Take your medicine. Okay, I just have a few minutes, but I want to talk about also hypocrisy. This talking to the quote unquote racist behind the scenes. Y'all, listen. A lie is a lie is a lie. Period. Yes, I spoke with. Hey! Oh, ow. Please hit me. There's a deer right there. Hi, Mama. Yes, I spoke to Jason. I also gave information to someone I love dearly. The casualty of this situation is I've learned to really care about Reed of Philadelphia, aka Reed. As I mentioned, I love Crystal dearly, and to say you're down with the homies and you're a whole killer out here, yeah, you're killing a lot of people's lives. Well, you said you killed somebody by manslaughter. That's unfortunate, and I'm sorry that happened. But working with Jason behind the scenes, no, I told the truth. I told the truth. That's it. That's all. And it needed to be told. So, how about, Sir Queen, you tell the truth about this F-ish that you're going around and doing. And if everyone in this sector has worked with Jason at some point in time, period. End of story. Uh-oh. Let me walk her. Everyone in this sector, regardless of when it was, what it was about, has spoken to Jason, whether it be behind the scenes or not. Period. Nicole Unloaded Bullshit is big time friends as Mona the Walking Dead. So cut it out with the bullshit. It's pathetic. I have given him receipts. I spoke on his channel for what little bit I could, and I oh. Okay. When I got disconnected and I had to start a new live. I'm not real sure what you all heard. So let me say this about the lies, the behind the scenes. Oh, racist this, oh, racist that. Think as you may, that's not the point. Sorry, I have plastic cups in my floor. Excuse me. The point in all of this is everyone in the black sector speaks of what happened. Let me put that over there. Let me turn the camera over. Nope. Wait, how do you flip the... There it is. Okay. The point that I'm trying to make is that people or Caucasian or interlopers, however you want to say it, working with the quote unquote racist. And let me tell you this. Side note, watch what you're saying about another person, regardless of what he, meaning Jason, says or does. Do I agree with everything he says? No. Does he agree with everything I say or do? No. This is the main situation that the black sector always talks about. You have a black person working with a white person, trying to take other black men and women down, and sometimes children, who, by the way, are not on the internet in this sector, other than on Sir Queen's chat. Children, I know the proof that I have, and no, hello, it did not come from Jason. His name is Jason, not New Mexico. Okay? Now, you're always speaking of this man working with a black man or woman. Listen, y'all. He and others have the right to have black, white, purple, yellow, green in his chat. You may think I'm capping for him. That's not the issue. The issue is right is right and wrong is wrong. You have a white young lady who is judgmental and who is on her own with a one for sure, two possibly black women trying to take or embarrass Kwani. Regardless of how she feels about me or I feel about her and how she has said horrible things about me, that's not the issue. So get over it. And I'll be damned if I let Crystal lie on someone who I love and adore, which many of you may or may not. I don't care. That's not the point. The point is, this is not about who the message comes through. It's the message itself. You hear me? The message itself. Crystal has lied. And if you all want to say it has to do with how she treated me, I love Crystal. I do. We had a connection. We started out actually hilarious when I knew she was speaking very, very ill, badly, of Tracy, which she lied about. So I kept typing and saying, no, you're lying, you're lying. And so she, meaning Crystal, goes live and says, oh, there's this old lady following me around. This age is shit. Honey, you pray. Please pray that you make it to the age that I am. Okay, Crystal? So many may say that it has to do with the way that she treated me and judged me on her live where she was very drunk and said she was a whole killer out here, and someone else, I can't think of who, said something about killing somebody, and she said, yeah, involuntary manslaughter. Are you joking? And you're digging into others' background and judging them? This is what you've always done. You say you come up here, Crystal, to give advice. The advice you gave me is when BS invited me on the all white and mixed panel. Excuse me, that was my alarm. I agreed to do that. And I was on my way to Dallas. She texted me. She said, BS, I think, is talking about you. So I immediately, my power went on. Okay. Anyway, she texts me. She says, I believe BS is talking about you. I said, well, what about what? Now, I was on my way to Dallas, which at the time, that's where my oldest and at the time, 2 grandsons lived. They have moved since, which is irrelevant. Anyway, so I immediately pulled over and I see that BS is sending me messages on IG telling me, if you're going to do this now. And so I texted back Crystal and this one other person who I was very close with, who I will not mention because she is no longer on this platform, and that's not fair to speak of her. It's really not fair that I speak of this situation because BS is not here. So I Instagrammed, and I'm watching the live as well. VS's life. And I told her, I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to watch. Oh, I'm sorry. No, my youngest grandbaby was 6 months old. I'm sorry, third grandbaby. My daughter was going to a medical conference. I said, I don't know if I can do this, but if I can, I will. Now, my son-in-law is a paramedic and a firefighter. He was gone. So it was up to me to watch 3 babies. I told VS, if I can do this when the kids go to sleep, I will. And I will let you know. It was the other young lady and Crystal who told me that may not be a good idea. You know how she is, and she will trip you up. What is there to trip me up on a panel about being white? I feel like I have a lot to say when it comes to having 3 grandchildren who are mixed, and not mixed with black, but Sicilian and Pakistani. I'm not sure how you say that. And I know the struggles that those babies have. Just as I said, my second born grandson was called a sand N-word recently. I have a full black adopted nephew who is no longer with us, and if you've been with me, you have heard me talk about his leaving town and no one could find him. Well, guess what? He drove back to town and snuffed his life. I have a black aunt, a black uncle, and many mixed cousins. I do feel like I had plenty to say. And I know that was a lot, and it got off course. And as Crystal says, oh, you need to be medicated. No, sweetie, I refuse to medicate myself. And I have told the reasons. I have said I only take Adderall when I am taking state boards or bidding a job for my father. Now, it's not like, y'all have made me a complete outsider, but I'm not. And it's not about color. It's about the whole situation of what someone can contribute. Please notice that, and this thing about, like I said, everyone in this sector at one point in time has spoken to Jason, has been in his chat. I mean, come on. And you want to crucify me, Tracy, and others No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's time the truth came out. But back to the way Crystal treated me on her drunken panel where she's a whole killer out here and she committed manslaughter, yada, yada, yada. And even before that, when we got into it, if y'all are even thinking that that is the reason that I did what I did and have spoken with Tracy through text, and got on Jason's panel to tell the truth. Period. If I wanted to tell what Crystal had been doing, I would have done it the first time that she and I got into it. So get that out of your heads, please. And look at what the message is. Now, I apologize that I was disconnected and I reconnected. I don't know how much of that you all received. But Sir Queen, you have a lot of questions to answer. And shading and judging people, or should I say the wrench. So get over yourself, wrench, aka Sir Queen. Pay attention. You came out here with this whole, niceness and being calm, and then now you are a monster. An absolute monster. Humble yourself, Sir Queen. Thank you to Jason's platform, chat, whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. And I'm not sure when Tracy will drop her receipts that I gave her. I'm not sure when Tracy will do a video about the information I gave her. But, Sir Queen, come on, buck up and tell the truth. Crystal, you too. Bless you all.